Hey boys and girls, Mr. Anderson here again, ready to show you what you need to be successful. In this video, I'm going to show you how to understand the rubric for our research project so you know exactly what to do if you want a good grade on this project, okay? So I'm going to go over, you can see I'm in the classroom, I'm going to go over this assignment right here. Well, it's not even an assignment, it's just something I posted. You don't have to turn anything in. It's just something for you to open and read through and understand. So I'm going to go through it carefully step by step so that you understand and not confused, not feeling frustrated or overwhelmed with everything. So here we go. Going to be nice and clear. And then by the end of this video, if you've watched the other one too, part one about how to complete our project, this is part two. By the end of this video, you should be up and running, feeling confident. If not, you can always email me. So let's go. Here we go. The rubric for the research project. If you click it and open it, and by the way, a rubric just means that here are some detailed, here's detailed information about how I'm going to grade and what I'm looking for specifically, okay? So I did already explain this in our online class, but I'm going over it again. So if you already understood what I said in class, you don't need to watch this video. This is just for students to help them feel super confident about what I already did explain in class, okay? So first thing is, you'll notice on the left-hand side, there are four categories: design, content, layout, and overall, okay? Now, each column breaks down what is important in each of these four categories for a good grade on the left in column B, and for a poor grade in column C. Okay, so again, column B is what you need to do if you want a really good grade on this project. Okay, if you want to do a high quality project, follow this very carefully. This is what I'm going to be looking for. So let's talk about each category separately. We'll start with design. So again, if you want a high quality project, you want a good grade, this is what you do for your design. I'm going to read through it. It says, each slide is neat in appearance. Neat, looks good, it's clean. It's not distracting, it's not muddled, it is not too much stuff on each slide, okay? It's neat, okay? The text is readable. Don't choose a font style that's difficult to read. Choose a font style that's easy to read, okay? Titles have to stand out clearly. Okay, now I'll show you what I mean. If I open my template, which is down here, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here's an example, slide one, right here. It's an example of a clean looking slide. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it like mine. Again, I've already explained this. You don't have to make it look like mine really at all. The thing I want you to pay attention to is making it look clean and neat, okay? This is one way to do it. There are many ways to do it, okay? I, for example, used contrasting background colors, light green and a light gray, and I used a light blue. I think that looked nice. You use colors that you like. You do not have to do it like this. You don't have to do it with those fonts or those colors. I, for example, used borders around my text boxes. You can change the border width or weight here. You can make them thicker and thinner. You can change their color. Okay, you can change the background color. You can see that this is the green one that I used, okay? So just the idea is make your slides look clean and neat, make the text readable. That's the point, is I want to read the information you put in it so I can learn about your topic, okay? You're going to help me understand something cool about the topic that you chose. That's why it's important to pick a topic that interests you, okay? All right, let's keep going. Where am I? The rubric, okay? I'll keep reading this first set of requirements for the design. Colors are not too bright, nor are there too many dissimilar colors. I just talked about that, okay? My colors in my sample are muted or unsaturated. They're not bold, they're not bright. You would want to use bold colors very sparingly. For example, you might choose it as the border color of one of your text boxes. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. I might actually leave it like that. Okay, you can see how it changed to purple. That makes that look sharp, I think. Okay, all right. And font styles are similar. So again, in my template, you can see that from slide 1 to slide 2 to slide 3, I'm using similar fonts. As a matter of fact, I only use 2 different fonts. One of them is Arial and one of them is Montserrat. Okay? On this slide, it's all Montserrat. That's all it is. Every text box is the same font. So again, don't use too many fonts and choose fonts that are easy to read. Okay? All right, let's keep going. That's already, all of that is done. You should be able to understand that now. The content, okay, now I've already talked about this in part 1, but I'll go over it again. The content has to be written by you, not by the internet. So you're not going to go copy and paste stuff off the internet and put it directly in your presentation. You're going to gather information. You can copy and text stuff and put it into a separate Google Doc. And then when it's time to put it into your presentation, into your slideshow, you can summarize that information in your own words, but you are not to copy directly from the internet and then paste it into your presentation. Okay? The writing also, in addition to being written by you, must be good writing. It has to be free of errors, spelling errors, and grammatical errors. Don't make it a big run-on sentence forever. Use periods, use capitals. You know how to write, so make sure you do that in your slideshow, okay? I already talked about, too, when you want to do your content slides like this one, a good way to do it is to use bullet points like I did, okay? Bullet points can be found up in this menu, up here, right here, bulleted list. That helps you think about the facts and information you want to put in your presentation in short little phrases that you write yourself. Okay, let's go on. We're halfway through this. It's going good. Okay, the next one about layout. I want to see that you thought about where to put the text and images on each slide. Okay, I want to see that you put some thought into it. Okay, for example, I don't want to see, let's see, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see like text overspilling your text box. I don't want to see stuff moved around overlapping and covering stuff up and slop. This looks very sloppy and I can't even read it. So I want to see that you put thought into where these things are going to go. Actually, matter of fact, let me just, there. Okay, I want to see that the edges are lining up, that there's some white space all around the slide, or maybe even in between the slide elements, okay? I just want to see that you thought about it and you put some effort into the design so that it looks good, okay? Use bold, italics, all caps, and other means of highlighting very sparingly, okay? So what that means is, like on my content slide, you can see that not very many words are in bold. These are right here, and these are, but those are the only ones. I don't have everything in bold, okay? That's gonna look maybe not so good. I only have one word underlined. So use these types of ways to make the text stand out, use them sparingly, okay? Another thing I'm not doing is I'm not coloring every other word something different. This is not an exercise in creating a multicolored unicorn, okay, guys? I don't want to see a rainbow of text like that. That's not professional, okay? That's not what I'm looking for, okay? So again, use highlighting like colors, font, bold, italics, underlines sparingly. For example, you might change the color of your title only into something something different that you see you can't even read that. That's too light. Maybe I want to go with something darker like that, okay? So again, that looks a little odd. In that case, you might want to change the background color into something different, like, I don't know, that? I don't know. See, it's starting to look weird. Keep it simple. Use unsaturated colors. They're your best bet, okay? Those can always be found in this row right here and maybe the next row. So the ones I'm going over right now are your best choices for colors, okay? All right. Last one, okay? This is very important. You understand this part, boys and girls. You must have at least 9 So that's 5, hang on, 5 plus 4, 9. You have to have 9 slides in your presentation. It says right here what you need. You need a title slide. Okay, that's this one at the beginning. Again, you are going to start on slide 4. Don't press slide 1 and start typing over my stuff. Okay, so you start on slide 4. Forget about my slides unless you need to look at them for refresher and like an example. You can do that. But at the end of this, when you're done filling in slides 4 through 12, you're going to come back up to slides 1 and 2 and 3 and delete them. Okay, all right. So you need one title slide, one conclusion slide at the end. That's a reflection and a wrap up. You can talk about what you liked about doing your presentation. You can talk about what you learned. You can maybe ask a question about what's going to happen in the future. It's up to you, but make a conclusion like a paragraph. You need 2 image slides with captions. Again, an image with a caption looks like this. You have an image and you have a description of the image, a very short, brief description. Doesn't have to be below, it could be to the side, but it needs to be somewhere near the image, okay? And you need 5 content slides, okay? 5 content slides are like this one. Okay, I'm gonna, I want to undo all those color changes. Yeah. All right, that's it, boys and girls. So follow the rubric carefully. Here it is, these things that I wrote down right here. And if you do those things, you're gonna get an A+. You're gonna do a great job. Good luck. You know, if you have any questions, you can always email me. Take care. Bye.